Hello everyone, this is Andre from SWL. Welcome to this special edition of the SWL DXing News Report. The shortwave world and the radio world has been rocked over the past 24 hours by the news that VOA and the US AGM, the US Agency for Global Media, has been ordered to drastically reduce its services. US President Donald Trump signed an edict ordering the US Agency for Global Media to eliminate all activities that are not required by law. Various media have reported on this move, including Reuters and NPR. Reuters reports that more than 1,300 Voice of America employees were placed on leave on Saturday. The VOA director, Michael Abramovich, said that nearly his entire staff of 1,300 journalists, producers, and assistants had been put on administrative leave. This move has crippled the VOA that operates in almost 50 languages all around the world. The VOA's parent agency, the US Agency for Global Media, USAGM, has also terminated grants to Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, which broadcasts to countries in Eastern Europe, as well as to Radio Free Asia, which broadcasts to China and North Korea. VOA was founded in 1942 to counter Nazi propaganda and now reaches 360 million people a week. Various VOA journalists and employees around the world have been reporting that they have been locked out of their buildings. Shortwave monitors have reported that they are still able to hear some of the VOA and US AGM transmissions. I listened this morning and I could hear VOA from Botswana in English on 4930 kilohertz and also two Radio Mati frequencies that were still on air. But other DXers have reported that some of these transmissions now only play looping music or even very old news programs. This is a very, very big development, and I think today, Sunday, 16 March, is a day where many of us DXers should be monitoring the bands, checking all these VOA and US AGM frequencies to see what we can find and what is still on air and what is actually being broadcast. If this move by Trump means that the US AGM and VOA will not be able to do their work because they have been locked out of their offices and their funding has been stopped, it will be a serious blow to the shortwave community globally and also to people who live in countries where they are unable to receive news that is objective and free. However, much uncertainty remains. Senior advisor at US AGM, Carrie Lake, has said that the agency will be reduced to its statutory functions and associated personnel will be reduced to the minimum presence and functions required by law. This was in a news release that is available on the US AGM website. It is not clear exactly what this means. It seems to me as if some radio stations will continue to operate, probably with fewer staff members, but it really is unclear at this point. The only way that we can see what is going on will be to keep monitoring the bands. Lake said in her news release on the US AGM website that some of the reasons for these steps include, and I quote her, these are not my words, massive national security violations, including spies and terrorist sympathizers and or supporters infiltrating the agency, eye-popping self-dealing involving contracts, grants, and high-value settlement agreements, obscene overspending, and hundreds of millions being spent on fake news companies. She added that the agency is not salvageable. This is devastating news, to be honest. But, as I said, the news release by Lake does say that the agency will be reduced to its minimum statutory functions. So the following days and weeks will show us what that actually means.